Is that working? Is that working? Yes, it's working. Okay, good. Excuse me for a moment. All right, so you got to let go if you want to grow. What can you let go of? What can you purge? What can you ditch? What can you move on? What can you release today to allow you to be a little bit better tomorrow? Something to think about. And it's all within your power. Yes, it is. Let something go so you can grow. All right, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. It's live, can you tell? It's a live yoga practice. We practice every day live for 1 hour. We do different types of things. We do different types of practices. But I promise you this, I'll be here, Lord willing, and I will encourage you to do what you can. You can do the practice because you modify it. That's what you do. It's your body, as the bottom of our screen says. You do what is right for your body, and everybody's body is different. And every day your body is different, right? Aches, pains, this, that, the other thing. You just got to do. Get up, get in the game, and let go. Give it a try. This is the 1 hour strength and balancing practice, and don't be intimidated by that. I want you to try just a little bit. So don't do anything that hurts. Back out of it if it hurts. Take it to a lesser percentage. Use different props, and I'll tell you about those in a second. 2, the word of the day is to expand. Expand. You know how good it feels when you open up your chest? When we do some of our poses, we'll accentuate that a little bit today. Expand means to stretch out, to spread out, to unfold. Think of a bird expanding its wings. Also means leaving your comfort zone, right? If you got to try something a little different. This practice perhaps may take you a little bit out of your comfort zone, but you're doing it from home. Nobody's seeing you. Just give it a try. Just take little teeny steps. Little steps taking the practice at 5% is better than doing nothing at all, and you can do it. I believe in you. All right, props. You may want to have a chair nearby or a counter. You can lean on it. You can put your hands on it. You can rest on it. You can rest your hands on it. You can put your foot up on it. Lots of different ways to use a chair or your countertop to make the poses accessible. We always, just about, well, in every practice, I think, we use our yoga blocks. So buy those if you don't have them. They're not expensive. You can get them online. You can get them at a store. Lots of places carry them. An eye shade and a towel are great for your final Shavasana pose. Towel is nice to slip under your knees and to make your arms longer too. I'll show you that sometime. Water, you want some water to drink, and maybe today you want to use a strap. We use a strap often. We used a strap yesterday in our boat pose. Today I'm not going to use it. So just get in the flow of doing the practices. Come back either on Facebook or YouTube. Get in the flow, set up that routine, make this you time on your mat. You know, maybe bring your blanket every time, maybe bring a cup of tea, maybe wear socks, maybe just think of this as your private little chill time. All right, one of the things we do always is say a stress number, lock in a stress number in your head. On a scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10, we're gonna come on up to standing in just a moment. Lock a stress number in. What does that mean? Think of at the doctor's office, frowny face to smiley face. What are you feeling in your body now? Let's come on up to standing. All right, we're going to do a little warm up. We do this just every day. We do this every day, pretty much, except for our restorative days. All right, so you're on your mat. Let's lift our arms up to the sky. Lift, stretch, reach. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Let your shoulders relax. Not too bad, right? Big breath in. Big breath out. Interlace your fingers. Send your palms up to the sky. Start to move a little bit, swaying from side to side. If that doesn't feel comfortable, hold on to your chair. Hold on to your countertop. Just the idea here is to move your spine sideways. All right, so lateral flexion of your spine. You're waking it up by moving it this way. So if we're moving it this way, we also got to move it that way. And what is that way? Put your hands behind your low back. Push your belly forward. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine. Look up. You don't have to go very far. I mean, we're not doing backflips like we're in high school. Just to take a little gentle baby back bend. One more plane of motion. Move forward. Exhale the air out of your lungs. Think of your breath. Nice and deep, nice and full, making audible sounds as you breathe out of your mouth. As you exhale here, you want to exhale because you're folding forward. You're squeezing your belly. You are letting all the air go as you let the crown of your head reach toward the earth. Maybe your hands touch the ground or maybe they don't. Doesn't matter. Just fold forward. Think of your spine decompressing. Tuck your chin to your chest and then shake your head. Maybe let your arms move too. Just wake up. Slowly roll your spine up, one vertebra at a time. Come on up to standing. Now that you're standing, let's put a little bend in our knees and let's do some arm circles. Knees bend, arms go up, knees straighten. Little teeny motions here. Big breath in. Big breath out through your mouth. Sigh it out. Let the tension go. Circle your arms in the opposite direction. Breath is important in this practice. Breath is important in everything, right? On your mat, off your mat, every practice. But in this practice, we emphasize pretty much one movement, one breath. Come on back up as you inhale. Extend the arms high. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale, fold forward again. Fold forward, let your arms hang heavy, wiggle your hips, let it all go, let all the air out of your lungs. Inhale, roll the spine up, one vertebra at a time. Come on up to standing. Controlled twist here. All right, what you want to do, you're standing up nice and tall, shoulders are back and down. Start to sway from side to side. So you're twisting here, letting your arms be heavy, having no tension in your arms. You want to let them freely sway. Touching one hip, then the other. Look over your shoulder as far as you can go. Controlled twist. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, today I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a heads up. We've been talking all month about living your yoga off of your mat. What you can do off of your mat to incorporate these stretches to make you more flexible and more mobile. Today, what the little homework assignment is it's deep breaths. I oftentimes say send your navel to your spine. So think of that. Think of really letting it all go, letting the navel go to the spine and taking those deep breaths. So take deep breaths wherever you can off of your mat. You can do that all day long, right? Just remember it. Come back to your breath. Big breath in. Big sigh and breath out, but don't sigh it out all day long. Breathe in and out of your nose. But here in this warm-up, we are taking this big coat swing for a long time. I hope you like it. I hope you're getting into it. Look over the shoulder a little bit more. We sigh it out of our mouths in the warm-up. And eventually we're going to close our lips and try to breathe in and out of our nose. All right, how are you doing there? Let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Let your arms be down by your sides. Maybe close your eyes to challenge your balance a little bit. Hold on to the counter if you want. Big breath in. Chest lifts. Big breath out. Shoulders soften. Ragdoll pose. Let's take our feet. Bring them about hip width distance apart. Hinge forward. Take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Try the bend in your knees. See how you like that. Maybe take it quite a bit. Let's do ragdoll pose. Start to sway your elbows, bringing one elbow back toward one knee, then the other back toward the other knee. Let the crown of your head hang toward the earth as you tuck your chin towards your chest. Let it go, let it go, let it go. You're doing this your way. Maybe you're not folded in half that much. That's all right. Maybe you're up pretty high. That's all right. Just take little twists. Let the elbows go back. One side, then the other. Decompression in the low back, let it go. If you're seated in a chair, you can just fold over and do this. Lots of ways to do your yoga. Be innovative, be creative, just move. Finish up, come back to the midline of your body. Release your hands to your mat. Let's come on down and do child's pose. This is where you get out of your head. All right, here's the deal. Knees can be together, big toes touching, hips back toward your heels. I didn't say on your heels necessarily, but maybe you do take them on your heels. Block can be underneath your forehead if you like. Arms down by your side, palms face up, shoulders away from the ears. That's one variation. Another variation is to spread the knees wide. Big toes are still touching, hips are still going back toward your heels. Come on down, either forehead to the block, or if you don't want to use the block, remove it. And stretch your arms to the top of the mat. This is called your extended child's pose position. In these poses, you are lengthening your spine. Either one, you're lengthening your spine. Think of your forehead scooting a little farther to the top of the mat. Your spine is long, your neck is long, your tailbone is going to your heels. Your fingers in this extended child's pose are reaching long to the top of the mat. Big breath in through your nose. Big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. If you're in the extended child's pose, push your hands into the mat a little bit more. All right, come back to this pose anytime you want, or maybe you decide to stay here longer. It's a great pose for your ankles, your knees, your quadriceps, your spine, your shoulders. Just let it go. Enjoy the stretch. Enjoy this pose of surrender. Navel to your spine. Feel how that feels. Now close your lips if you like and breathe in and out of your nose. Listen to that Darth Vader-y kind of sound in the back of your throat. Let the outside world go. Focus inward, focus on the power of your breath. Breathing in, almost feel your shoulders expand, your lungs expand out your back. Big breath in. And a big breath out with the belly button to the spine. Maybe it sends your hips back a little bit farther. Let everything go. Think of breathing in courage. Think of breathing in change. Think of breathing in all things good. And on the exhale, just the opposite. Let all the stress, let all the tension, let all the negativity and doubt, let it go. You are a strong warrior, and you can do your practice. Because it's yours. Own it. Own it. As you're ready, let's come out of this child's pose. If you want, maybe you stay in it. Let's bring our hands under our shoulders. Let's bring our knees together. Let's tuck our toes toward our shins, and let's send our hips high. Plant your feet. Walk your hands back to meet your feet. Chin to your chest. Roll your spine up one vertebra at a time. Come on up to standing, hands to prayer center, eyes are closed. This is your first, well, not your first pose. Let's set our intention here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Release your shoulders. What do you hope to get out of this practice? Whatever you want, you are going to get because you have the power. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Let it go. Sweep your eyes open. Blink your eyes open. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Lengthen up here. Stretch through your fingers. Don't you feel better already? An important pose. Put a smile on your face. This is your extended mountain. Let's go through our first sun salutation A. As you're ready, lengthen up through your fingers, nice and tall and strong. Now as you exhale, breathe out your nose or your mouth, fold forward. Squeeze the air out of your belly. Let your fingers come toward the earth. Take an inhale. Lift your shoulders on up. Shoulders toward your spine. Press your hands into your shins. Create a flat back. Ready for a cup of coffee or your beverage of choice. When you're ready, exhale. Plant your hands on your mat. Walk them forward. Let's do Chaturanga Dandasana. I've showed you variations in the past weeks. You take what's right for you. Hinge forward. Take a high plank. High plank, shoulders are over your wrists. Bend your elbows, come on down. You can be on your knees for this one, remember that. Come to the tops of your feet, straighten your arms, lift on up to your upward facing dogs. Knees can be lifted off the ground or they can be down on the ground. Now you can bring your feet back to a natural position and either send your hips high back to a downward facing dog, or maybe you go into a wide-legged child's pose. Pedal out your feet. In your downward facing dog, your feet are hip width distance apart. Heels are slightly lifted. Hands, take a look at them. They are shoulder width distance apart. Fingers spread wide and a little gecko grip. Little bend in your fingers. Stretch out your feet. Breathe. Tailbone, send it higher to the sky. Neck, shake it. Loosen it up. Your gaze should be back toward your knees or up toward your belly button because your neck is hanging loose. Still your feet. Let's do it again. Walk your feet to meet your hands or walk your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Extended mountain. Reach, lift, be strong. Own this day. Exhale, hands through prayer center. Fold forward. Let all the air out. Inhale, halfway lift. Remember, flat back, waiting a cup of coffee. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat, or you could be standing on a wall and pressing your hands into the wall. Lots of ways to do this. Maybe you take high plank to low plank. Press the earth away on the tops of your feet on your mat. Lift on up to your upward facing dog. Gaze forward, chest is lifted. Exhale, tuck your feet under. Hips go high. Back to down dog. Remember all those cues. Feet, hands, neck, tailbone. Push into the mat. Breathe. Still your heels. Let's do it again. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Sweep your arms up as you inhale. Extended mountain, Tadasana. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, or your variation. Maybe you just go right back to down dog. For a full Chaturanga Dandasana, 4 different poses, a high plank, to a low plank, to an upward facing dog as you inhale. Exhale, down dog. Let it go. Let it go. Pedal your feet. Shake your neck. Scoot that tailbone high to the sky. And finish. Still your heels. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Inhale, arms sweep on up. Extended mountain. Arms lift high to the sky. Now, next pose, Sun Salutation B, where this is where we get into our warriors. Reach up through the sky. Bend in your knees. Parallel arms reaching up at about a 45-degree angle. Sink your hips back into your heels. Maybe lift your toes up and give them a wiggle. Reach, stretch like you're sitting in a little chair. Utkatasana, chair pose. Hands to prayer center. Exhale, fold forward. And you know the rest of this sequence. Inhale, halfway lift. Squeeze your shoulders. Exhale, plant your hands on your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana, or your variation. Maybe you take it on your knees, hinging forward, bending the elbows, coming down. Inhale, upward facing dog, maybe on your knees. Exhale, down dog, or spread your knees wide and come back to a child's pose. It's all good. And then let's meet in a downward facing dog. As you're ready, kick your right leg high up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge. Bring the foot in between the 2 front hands. Mine on my right side is not very graceful. I can't move my leg that way. Modify. Works on the left for me, but not on the right. Okay, bend the right knee. Knee over ankle. Left foot solidly planted, 45 or 90-degree angle. Bend here, stretch here, reach here with your arms wide to the side of the room. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. This is your warrior pose. Be a strong warrior. Strong warriors, they're going to grip that mat, squeeze the mat together with their strong feet. Lifting out of the crown of the head, lifting the chest to the sky. Inhale, lengthen up, arms reach. Look to the right. Look over your right middle finger. Turn your head even a little bit more. Breathe. Settle in here. You are strong. Big inhale. Exhale, reach to the front of the room. Reach, reach, reach. Then tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. Straight arms reach. One reaches high, the left arm high, right arm low. Keep the right knee over the ankle. Breathe, reach, stretch. Inhale, come on up. Reverse warrior, right arm high, left arm low. Left arm slides down your back leg. Right arm reaches high to the sky. You look up. Don't you feel like a glorious warrior? Breathe, exhale. Cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana your way. Right foot goes back to meet the left. High plank, low plank. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Whew. Pedal it out. Let your heels, one reach toward the ground, then the other. All right, other side. Left leg kicks high. Exhale, sweep it through in between your 2 front hands. Rise on up. Warrior 2, sink into your knees. Arms reach out, lengthen up through the crown of your head. Breathe, squeeze your mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, look left. Exhale, reach left. Inhale, tick-tock. The arms, look up. Inhale, come back to your reverse warrior. Right arm down, left arm up. Breathe, reach your left fingers higher. Breathe, good stretch on the left side, right? Exhale, cartwheel your arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Left foot meets right. Here we go. High plank, low plank, upward facing dog, down dog. Breathe. Pedal it out. Still your feet. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands back to meet your feet. Take your inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms sweep up, extended mountain, lengthen, bend the knees, chair pose, reach, and sit back. You know this warrior sequence? you could be doing in your chair. Just have your bottom on the chair and you can totally do it. Lengthen, sink lower. Lengthen as you inhale, exhale, sink lower. Hands to prayer center, straighten your knees, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, squeeze your shoulders. You got it. Hands come down to the mat. Chaturanga Dandasana, or your variation. What's it gonna be? High plank. Exhale, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Tailbone, neck. Shake it out. Breathe. Right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to a low lunge in between the two front hands. Inhale, rise up. Feet plant, you are solid. Arms tee out, bend in that right knee. Maybe wiggle your toes more forward to the top of the mat to work your thigh, more parallel to the earth. Arms tee out, lengthen up, strong warrior, breathe. Exhale, turn your head to the right, reach to the right. Tick-tock, 6 and 12, look up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Right arm high, left arm low. Exhale, cartwheel the arms. Chaturanga Dandasana. Right foot to left. High plank to low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Pedal it out. Breathe. Shake your neck. It's loose. You're not holding tension there. You're letting go. One of the beautiful things about yoga, you have got to be in your present moment. Whew. You can't think about the past. You can't think about the future. You got to be here and now, especially for our balancing, which is coming up real soon. Exhale. Left leg kicks high. Let's finish strong. Left leg goes forward. Inhale. Rise up. Warrior two. Sink down. Bend in the front knee. Shoulders are over your hips. Inhale. Lengthen up. Exhale, look left, reach left, tick-tock, 6 and 12. Look up to the sky, breathe. Inhale, reverse warrior, right arm down, left arm up, breathe. Exhale, cartwheel your arms, Chaturanga Dandasana, left foot meets right, high plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. You do it your way. Any combination is good. Shake it up. Pedal your heels. Shake your neck. Tailbone higher to the sky. Crouching tiger. Cool name for a pose. Bend your knees. Hover your knees just above the earth. Bring your shoulders forward, hovering or having your shoulders over your wrists. Knees are hovered above the earth. Push into the earth. Hold here. You're strong. Core strength, so important for all that we do. Hold on, breathe, you've got it. Knees are just slightly lifted off of the mat. Lengthen through your spine. Come on down to your knees. Take a break, grab a drink. How are you doing? It's all good. It's all fun. All right, water. You need your water. All right, core poses. Let's do these. Our usual little sequence. Come on down to seated on your bottom. You know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say, take this with control. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Soles of your feet touching. Knees open wide. Hands to prayer and gratitude. Always want to be grateful. The more grateful you are, the more goodness you'll attract. Lengthen up to the crown of your head. Here's the control piece. Come on back. Slowly, with control, because you are in control of this one and only body of yours. Make it, take it, you got it. Slowly come on back, all the way down to fully recline. As you're fully reclined, keep your knees open wide, bring your heels up closer to your groin. Or not, if that doesn't feel good. Hands lightly to your temples. When you're ready, we're gonna breathe in and out of our mouths. Whew, to let some of the heat that we build up in that warrior sequence go. All right, elbows are open wide, they're touching the earth. Knees are open wide too. When you're ready, on an exhale, belly button to the spine, remember that drill. Lift the chin up to the sky. Come on down on the inhale. Exhale up, inhale down. Now, keep it up. Exhale up, inhale down, lift and lower. Now, if you try to do the opposite, if you try to come up on an inhale, your belly's gonna get in the way. Oh, it's just hard. Send your navel to your spine as you exhale and lift in your Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Breathe. Breathe, elbows open good and wide. You're strong. Lift and lower. Let's finish. Shoulders come on down. Let's do bicycle pose. Lots of ways to take it. Take it your way. All right, I'm going to start. I'm going to bring my arms down by my side. Bend my knees. Lift my knees, or bring my soles of the feet onto the ground. I'm going to bring my fingers lightly to my temples. I'm going to peel my shoulders up. Opposite elbow is going to look toward opposite knee. Little twist here. Maybe that is your variation of your bicycle today. Perhaps I'm going to keep my shoulders down. I'm going to ride a recumbent bike. To do that, knees over hips, toes towards the shins. I'm going to drive through my heels. Breathe. Oh, I'm feeling it in my hip flexors. Oh my goodness. Breathe. Breathe. How do you like this? Keep it up. Another variation. Add them all together. Peel your shoulders up. Fingers at your temples. Opposite elbow, opposite knee. Drive through your heels. Breathe. Bicycle. Perhaps straighten your legs and give them a good scissor kick. Breathe. Breathe. One leg is long. The other leg is long and reaching to the sky. One heel touches down. You got it. Let's finish. All right, come on down. Legs go long. Take a stick pose. Stick pose. You look like a big number one. My toes are together, pointing to the bottom of your mat. Palms are together. Fingers reaching to the top of your mat. Stretch it out. Breathe it out. Oh, you got it. Let's do boat pose next. If you want to incorporate your strap and you're comfortable with that, and you want to do that, go for it. Today, I'm not. Taking my hands. Bring my hands behind my knees. Rock and roll up. Now you know, check with your doctor. If you have osteoporosis, osteopenia, don't rock on your spine. Check with your doctor. See if it's okay with her or him. All right, rise on up to seated. Come on up. Hold on to the back of your knees. Shoulders back and down. Chest is lifted, lean back as if you were in a lazy boy. Lazy boy. You know, there's a competition to name those chairs, and that's what won. Lazy boy. All right, chest is lifted. Take little to no weight in your feet. Maybe lift your legs up a little higher. Higher still. Maybe set them nice and straight. Hold on here. Chest is lifted. Same thing. Lift the sides of your mouth. Put a smile on your face. Stay strong. Lean back a little more. Release your hands. Perhaps reach to the sky. Reach to whatever feels right for you. Let's take this position. Let's bring it to a rowboat. Little bend in your knees. Hands to prayer center. Elbow dips to one side, then the other. Like you're rowing a boat. Your arms are the oars. Your elbows are going into the water. Twist. Breathe. Enjoy your rowboat pose. Finish up. Feet come down. Hug your heels in toward your bottom. Hug them in tighter. Hollow out your belly. You know how to do that. Wrap your forearms around your shins. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, navel to spine. Hollow out the belly. Tuck your chin to your chest. Tuck your forehead to your knees. Yogi ball. Pose is called cosmic egg. I don't think I'm working min on that one. All right, come on. Hop onto your toes. Press into your toes. Maybe weight out of your toes. Chin to your chest. Forehead to your knees. Hold here. You're balancing. Let's finish. Feet come down. Crisscross at the ankles. Come on into a downward facing dog. Come into your down dog. Pedal it out. Heels are lifted. Tailbone to the sky. Neck is loose. When you're ready, if you want, stay here and keep pedaling. Or Chaturanga Dandasana, your way. High plank. Low plank on the exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg kicks high to the sky. Exhale, sweep it through to your low lunge. Right foot between the two front hands. Rise on up, this time a little different. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Sink on down into that back knee. Right knee comes over the right ankle. Maybe the left knee, you got a big bend in it, or maybe you take it all the way to the ground. It's all good. You decide. This is our little lunge sequence. No surprises. Arms lift. Maybe you're down on the back knee, or maybe you're challenging your balance with the knee lifted. Arms are lifted like extended mountain. Look forward. Inhale, lengthen up through your fingertips, and maybe take a little back bend. Inhale, arms go back up to the sky, hands back to prayer center as you exhale. Come down to that bottom knee if you want, or stay lifted. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Hands are stacked. Elbows are stacked. You're looking down to your right foot. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And look to the right. Maybe you're looking really close up to your hands. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist. Maybe you're looking up to your right elbow. Inhale, lengthen, no rush. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Maybe you're looking over your shoulder. When you're ready, slowly come back to the midline. Hands to prayer center. Drop onto the back knee if you're not already there. Hands inside the right front foot. Bring your back foot into a plantar flexion, sending the toes long to the bottom of the mat as the top of your foot rests on your mat. Wiggle your right toes to the top right corner of your mat. We're going to do your runner's lunge. All right, maybe you slip a towel under that back knee. Maybe you stay right here today on your hands, wiggling the right toes farther up to the top right corner of the mat. Whew, breathe. We work on poses all week to help us get into this. Maybe use your block. Maybe bring the ground up to you. Press your hands into it. Open up onto the pinky edge side of the right foot. Maybe come down to your forearms on that block. Breathe. Maybe come down to your forearms onto the mat. Breathe. This is your runner's lunge. Let's come out of it. We don't stay long in today's practice. Press into your hands nice and straight onto your mat. Send your right foot back to meet your left, and let's go into a side plank. For your side plank, left arm is your foundation, shoulder over the wrist. You can be on your bottom knee, your left knee, right leg extends, right arm goes up to the sky, maybe even lift your leg. Take it a little deeper, maybe kickstand your feet, hips are lifted, right arm lifted, breathe. Maybe take it a little deeper, ankles glued together, right arm lifts, lift out of your hips, look up, finish. Hands come down, come back to your downward facing dog. Give it a pedal, breathe. Still your heels, kick your left leg high. Exhale, sweep it through. Low lunge, rise on up. Same poses, different side. Bend into the back knee. Back heel is lifted. All 10 toes are pointing forward. Settle in to where it's comfortable for you. Hands to prayer center maybe. Shoulders over the hips. Stay right here if you like. Inhale, arms sweep up. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, arms go back up. Exhale, hands come to prayer center. Right elbow outside of the left knee. Hands are stacked. Elbows are stacked. Inhale, lengthen as you're looking down at your left big toe. As you lengthen, then exhale, turn to left. Look at your hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist a wee bit more if you want. And then finish. Hands back to prayer center. Back knee comes down. Let's take our runner's lunge. Left foot wiggles to the top of the mat. Maybe that's where you stay. Send your right leg long and straight. Top of the right foot on the mat. You want to really feel it in your right front hip flexors. Maybe press into the block. Wiggle the toes a little more to the top. Maybe open up onto the pinky edge side of the foot or not. All these are variations. You take what you like. Perhaps slip the forearms down to the block. Perhaps slip the forearms down to a half block or all the way down to the ground. Breathe. Inhale, press into straightened arms. We're going to do side plank again here. Left leg goes back to meet the right. This time your right arm is your foundation. Set up. Remember, alignment's important. Shoulder over wrist. You could take it down on your forearm too. That's fine. Maybe on the bottom knee or not. Maybe legs straight. Top arm lifts. Take your variation. Breathe. Push the earth away. Lift through your hips. You've got it. Exhale. Hands come down. Come back to a down dog. And breathe. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring that navel to the spine. Shake the neck. Bring the gaze up to the navel. Tailbone up toward the sky. Breathe. Walk your feet to meet your hands or your hands to meet your feet. Let's do some balancing. All right, arms sweep up. Extended mountain. Lift. Here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it go. Tree pose. Vrikasana. Such an important pose for balancing. I posted an article about tree pose. It's a really good article. It's in our group, private group, Friends of 316 Yoga. Check us out on Facebook. Ask to join. I'll let you in. All right, hands to prayer center, lengthen up. Remember that mantra or the intention you set at the beginning of your practice? Come back to it. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, I'm going to root into my left leg. Take the weight out of my right. Open up the right knee to the side of the room. I'm going to bring my sole of my foot to wherever is good for me. But I'm not going to put it on my knee. Don't want to do that. Don't do that. Maybe lift the foot up higher into the thigh. Press the thigh into the foot and the foot into the thigh. Breathe here. Maybe you've got a chair nearby or a countertop for balance. No big deal. Do this when you brush your teeth. There's another tip for living your yoga off of your mat. Movement. We got to move, right? All right, if you fall out, no big deal. Get back in, grow your branches. It helps to look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Well, you got to be in the present moment here, don't you? No worrying, no fretting, no anticipating. You are here right now, taking deep breaths in, rooting into that strong, solid foundation of your left foot. Branches are swaying. Finish. Hands to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. A little different pose here. Step forward with your right foot, nice and big and wide. So your legs are like in a triangle shape. Hinge forward, the weight into the right foot. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Toppling tree. Send your left leg up. Right leg, put a bend in it. No stress, no strain on that knee. Lift your interlaced fingers up toward the sky. Look down to your right foot. Left leg lifts even higher. Here you are in your toppling tree. Breathe. Send your arms a little bit higher. You can do it. Yes, you can. Slowly come back, standing on both feet. Hands back to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. You got it. Tree pose, other side. Root into the opposite leg. I'm going to root into my right leg. Weight out of the left. Open up the left knee. Chair might be your best friend. Sweep the leg on up to whatever is right for you. Maybe a little kickstand in those Barbie doll-like toes, or lift it up even higher. Bring the foot into the thigh. Press. Foot into leg, leg into foot. That's a really helpful cue. Really helps you keep your balance. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. You can keep your hands right here at your prayer center, or lift them up to the sky. Sway the branches. Breathe. You're strong. You're doing it. Don't let anybody challenge you. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. You got it. You're doing it. If you fall out, get right back in. Good on you. It means you pushed your limits. And you're changing and you're growing. It's a beautiful thing. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room, but try not to set it down. When you're ready, step forward with your left foot. You're on your back right toes. Lift them up. Hinge forward. Take your hands, interlace them behind your low back. Toppling tree. Don't forget to put a little bend in that front knee. Gaze down to your toes. Gaze down to your knee. If you fall out, no big deal. Readjust and get back in. You don't quit. You just keep at it. Lift the arms up high to the sky. Lift the leg up. Breathe. Finish. Rise on up. That's always good. Feet together on your mat. Hands back to prayer center. Take a deep breath in. And a big sighing breath out. You did it in your tree pose. Let's do eagle pose, Garandasana. All right, for your eagle pose today, we are going to bend in the knees. Bend in the knees. Start here like a chair pose in the knees. Hold it here, arms reach long, parallel to each other like chair pose. So you're essentially in chair pose to begin. Now, arm variations. Hands to opposite shoulders. You can take your hands and keep them at prayer center. Or here's another one. You can sweep your right arm under your left. Palms touch, elbows down. Gaze over your fingertips. Hold here. You can be seated in your chair doing this. All right, you can do just the upper arms and keep your legs right here. I'm going to add in the legs. I'm going to take my right leg, lift it up, cross it over my left like I'm crossing my legs. Take the top of my right foot, and place it behind my left calf. I'm going to sink a little lower, bring my shoulders back a little bit, elbows down. Nice, tight squeeze. Squeeze it. Squeeze what you got. A big compression of all your major joints. Feels super good when you let go. Give it another big squeeze, and then release. Feet come down. Arms go high. Stretch it out. Lengthen out. Remember this one, Tadasana. Exhale, baby back bend. Back up to Tadasana. Exhale, into chair. We have another side to do. Reach through your fingers. Take the arm variation that you prefer. Sink low. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink low. This time, I'm gonna let my left arm sweep under my right. Bring the palms to touch. Elbows squeeze down. Gaze over the fingertips. Sink low. Right foot is the foundation. Left leg lifts. A little or a lot. You decide what you want to do. I'm gonna lift it up. Cross my leg. Top of the left foot behind my right calf. I'm gonna sink lower. Shoulders back. Elbows down. And breathe. Tight, tight squeeze. You got it. Tighter. Tighter squeeze. And then let's finish. Left leg meets right. Open up. Expand. Free bird. Fingers lift. Oh, what a reference. Take the fingers. Go back. Inhale, lengthen up. There you go. Let's do dancer. Keep your left arm lifted. Take your right arm. Sweep it around and around and around and around to the back of the room. Lengthen up through your left arm. When you're ready, this right arm, put the weight into the left leg. Weight out of the right. Reach around. Capture the inside of your left foot. Hold it there. Draw your knees back to the midline. Lengthen up through your left hand. When you're ready, hinge forward. Take your foot, kick hard into your back hand. Reach far through the top front hand. Breathe, reach, kick back, kick up, focus. You've got it in your dancer pose. Finish. Both feet come down. Both arms go back up. Lengthen up. When you're ready, left arm, sweep it around and around to the back of the room. Lengthen up through the right arm. Sweep it around. Keep it going. Now think about this. You're going to put the weight into your left foot, or weight into your right foot. Take the weight out of your left. Reach around. Capture the inside of that foot. Bring the knees back together. Take a moment and lengthen up here. Breathe. Exhale. Kick into your back hand. Right arm reaches forward. You're kicking into your back hand. Reach. Look forward. Kick back. Kick up. And hold. Finish. Left foot comes down. Arms go back up to the sky. Lengthen up. Exhale. Hands to first center. Take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Open up your legs wide. Pasarita Padahastasana. All right, legs are open wide. Pinky toes toward the edges of your mat. Feet are parallel to each other, parallel to the short sides of your mat. Hands to prayer center. Lengthen up. Exhale. Remember. Let it all go. As you take a next big inhale, send your arms up high to the sky for a 5-pointed star. All right, so think of expanding, to spread, to stretch out, to unfold like a bird spreading its wings, leaving your comfort zone. Hold here, breathe. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. Take your arms, tee them out, palms face down, squeeze your shoulders back, lift. And then exhale, hollow out the belly, navel to the spine, hinge forward. Once your back gets kind of even with your arms, bring your hands behind your calves. Whew, strong arms, pull onto your calves, fold forward. Crown of your head, the top of your head, let it hang toward the earth, shake your neck. Little micro bend in your knees, feels good. Imagine or do, send a little more weight into the balls of your feet. Hold on strong to your calves. If you're not liking this very much, bring your hands down like a little kickstand onto the earth. Breathe. It's kind of nice to pull tightly onto the calves because you can take this stretch deeper. Breathe. So imagine this in a wide-legged forward fold. You know, when we sit with our legs wide and we bring our head toward the center of our legs, think of that. Kind of similar, right? Just a different plane. All right, tee out your arms. Inhale, rise on up. Once you're up, 5-pointed star again. Give your hands a wiggle. Let it go. Hands to prayer center. With control, bring one foot to meet the other. Fold forward, hollowing out the belly. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. Lengthen through your spine and tailbone. Exhale, plant your hands. Come on down. Chaturanga Dandasana if you want, or we'll meet in a down dog. I'm going to go high plank. Exhale, low plank, elbows hugged in. Inhale, upward facing dog, tops of the feet on the mat. Exhale, hips go high, feet are in a natural position. Pedal the dog. One heel closer to the earth than the other. When you're ready, right leg kicks high to the sky. Half pigeon time, Ekapada Raja Kapotasana. Right knee as you exhale, comes to your right wrist. Send your left leg long onto your mat. Top of your left foot is on the top of the mat. Work your right shin a little more parallel to the top of the mat. We did this yesterday in our restorative practice. We did it for a long time. We held it for 3 minutes. All right, not long today at all. Your hips. Check them out. Make sure they're equidistant to the mat. The tendency is to fall and collapse into the side of the bent leg. Lower that left hip down. Keep your hips equidistant to the mat. If you like, drop down to your forearms and take a moment here. Bring your head onto your hands. Soften in your shoulders. Think of softness in your hips. Think of mobility in your hips. We hold way too much tension in our hips and shoulders. Let it go. Big breath in. Big sighing breath out. It's time to come out of this pose today. We'll do it longer in other days. Come back. You'll get great pleasure out of it. Press into your hands. Tuck your back left toes. Send your right leg high to meet the sky. Shake it out however feels good, like a little modified fire hydrant, which we'll do on Friday, or just kick it high. Plant your both feet. Plant your both feet. Lift your left leg high. Same thing, other side. As you exhale, remember exhale, bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Right leg long and straight on your mat. Left shin more parallel if you can to the top of your mat. Check out your hips. Tendency is to, I want to sit on that left side. Bring the hips equidistant to the mat. Slip on down to your forearms. You know, you can also take this in a reclined pigeon. We've done that a lot. If you know it and you prefer it, go for it. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. The shoulders are away from the ears. The right leg is long on the mat. Softness in the hips. You got it. Let it go. Even soften in your glutes. How far could you go if you didn't restrict yourself in your head? Oh, that's the question, isn't it? All right, let's come out of it. You have done your half pigeon pose. Press into your hands. Straighten the arms. Back right toes. Tuck under. Left leg goes back to meet the right. Shake it out however you want. It's your yoga. Come back to your downward facing dog. When you're ready, hinge forward with control. Hinge it on forward. Hinge it forward so the shoulders are over your wrists. Push into the earth slowly. Lower down. Elbows are bent close to your body. Hug it in. You are in control all the way down to your belly. Hands underneath your collarbones. Legs go long. Tops of your feet are on your mat. Cobra pose. Bhujangasana. Zip up your legs. Press the tops of the toes into the mat. Elbows are hugged in. Hands under your collarbones. Exhale. Neck is straight. Lengthen through the spine. Elbows down toward your feet. As you're ready to inhale, lift your chin up off your chest, gaze down your nose, press the tops of your feet into your mat. Now your hands, you feel the compression in your low back, you're strengthening it. Maybe with your hands, you press on up to your fingertips. Maybe with your hands, you lift a little higher and take the weight out of your hands. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine, squeeze your elbows down toward your feet. Lengthen up, breathe, finish. Hands come down. Oh, that's a hard one, isn't it? Arms down by your sides. Turn your head so your left cheek is on the mat. Shoulders away from your ears. Turn your head a little bit more to bring the ear onto your mat. Breathe. Now finish. Chin back to the center. Let's start all over again with a new pose called floor bow. All right, bend your knees. Dhanurasana. Maybe you can't get very far. That's okay. Pulse your heels in toward your bottom. It's all good. Maybe lift your arms up, reach your arms around, hands capture the outsides of your ankles. Wiggle your knees back together to touch. Hug your heels towards your bottom. Now your chest. Think of opening up through your chest. Send your shoulders toward the back wall. Inhale, lengthen, kick hard into your back hands, your back hands. Gaze down your nose, kick hard or lift, maybe balance on your pelvis, chest comes up, finish, knees come down, everything comes down. Arms are down by your sides, turn your head in the other direction. Right cheek, right ear on the mat. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Chin back to center, hands under collarbones, press on up through straightened arms. This is seal pose. Soften in your bottom. Come on up, just standing on your knees. Maybe find a block, place it between your ankles. Nice high height on the block. You don't have to go very far on this one. You go as far as is right for you. All right, hands to your low back, fingers pointing down. Chest is lifted. Oh, even that feels great. Squeeze the elbows toward the spine. Lift on up, push your belly forward. We did this in the very beginning. Remember that little warm-up pose? We took a little baby back bend. We're going to take a bigger back bend here called camel. Don't do it if it doesn't feel right. This is a little intimidating of a pose, I think. It is for me, at least. Squeeze your elbows together, pushing your hips forward. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. If that's comfortable, look up right overhead to where if a raindrop were to fall, it would hit you right between the eyes. Breathe, maybe take it a little bit farther. If you can see where the back of the room and the ceiling and the wall meet, maybe reach for the block, maybe reach for your heels. Keep your hips lifted, look back, neck is straight, hold on here. And as you're ready, finish. Hands to your low back, shoulders over your hips, come out of your camel pose. Makes you loopy. Come on down. Have a seat in a thunderbolt pose. That's bottom sitting on your heels. Hands to your thighs. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Let it go. Legs go long onto your mat. Arms reach high. Exhale, arms reach forward. Practice that hollowing out the belly, navel to the spine. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, navel to spine. Reach a little farther. Reach down. Capture your outside of your legs. Hug your elbows in. Fold forward, chin to your knees. Inhale, rise on up. Remember Pasarita Padahastasana. Spread your legs wide. We did this on our mat. Reach your arms forward. Reach. Bring your forearms down, perhaps, to the earth, or just reach your arms forward, whatever feels doable today. Inhale, shoulders over hips. Bend your knees. Let's come into a bridge pose. In your bridge pose, knees are bent. Come on down to your back. Feet solidly planted, arms solidly planted by your side. Press the weight into your feet. Lift your hips on up, nice and high. Breathe. Exhale, slowly lower down. One vertebra at a time on down to your mat. Left leg long and straight, driving the heel toward the bottom of your mat. Lift your right leg. Let's do a supine twist. You could use your little towel here. In fact, bring your towel and your eye shade up by your shoulders. Little towel can hug your right knee in. You're getting into those big hip joints. So important. Circle your ankles. We talked about that yesterday for living your life off your mat. Living your yoga off your mat. Left hand takes the right knee across the midline of the body. Right arm tees out and you look to the right. Nice big twist. Keep your right shoulder down. Now finish. Right hip comes down. Hug the right knee in one more time because it feels so nice. Now release the right leg long, driving the heel to the bottom of the mat. Left leg comes on up. There you go. Strong core, pulling it in. Interlaced fingers or towel, grip under the knee. Circle the ankle because you can and you should and you will, right? Take the right hand, guide the left knee across the midline of the body. Shoulders stay down. Left arm tees out. You look to the left. Talk about drawing the navel to the spine to make this twist even deeper. Practice it all this week, all today, the rest of today. Let it become you. Really taking those deep breaths. Bring the hip back down to the earth. Left knee, hug it in one more time. Maybe circle the ankle and then let it go. Let it go long on your mat. Now drag both heels up, up, up to your chest. Left hand captures left knee, right hand captures right knee. Rock and roll from side to side. Oh, low back massage feels awesome. Maybe think of your knees drawing little circles on the ceiling in one direction then the other. We're going to work toward happy baby. You take this in the layers that you like. Bring your left elbow or left knee toward your left armpit, right knee toward your right armpit. Maybe hold it right here. Maybe take your hands and release them and reach for inner calves. Maybe take your hands and release them and reach for your inner heels. Once you've captured your heels, send one leg up to the sky, then bend the other, and then alternate. You can do this. First one's really kind of awkward, but then it's kind of like, hey, I can do it. Isn't that true of a lot of things? You just got to try. Hey, I can do it. Good on you. All right, let's finish. Release your hands. Release your legs. Long on your mat. Stretch it out. Stick pose. Nice big number one. Fingers reach, toes point, wiggle it out. Time for final Shavasana. Best pose of the practice. Don't run out, because this is where your mind finally realizes, I better do what this body's saying. All right, cover your eyes with your eye shade or your towel. Heels to the bottoms of your mat. Two corners of your mat. Arms long down by your sides, palms face up because you want to receive. You want to receive the goodness. Wiggle your shoulders, get comfortable here. Be outside your body. Just let the body be heavy. It's not even yours. Just let it go. Take deep breaths in. Just you and your breath. And deep breaths out. Soften the area between the eyebrows. Remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth. Your eyes are heavy in the eye sockets. Your shoulders are soft. They are just glued to that mat. Breathe. Deep breaths in and out. Navel to spine. Remember that today. Stay here longer if you wish. And be at peace in your body. If it's time for you to move on with your day and wrap this hour up, let's start by wiggling the fingers and the toes and appreciating all the incredible movement that they give us. Circle the wrists and the ankles in lots of different ways. Inhale, stretch it out, reach high overhead. First big good morning stretch. Remember that homework assignment. Stretch it out. Wiggle your hips. Exhale, bend your knees and your elbows and roll onto one side or the other. Low arms bicep is a great pillow for your head. Soften in the top shoulder. Eyes are closed. Savor this moment. Savor this breath. It'll never come again. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Slowly come on up to a seated position, however you want to get here. Sit however is comfortable for you today. Hands to prayer center. A moment of gratitude. Be thankful for the time that you took. I know it's hard to take time, especially an hour. But be thankful for what you did. Be thankful for what your body did. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And all things go. Blink your eyes open. You did it. 1 hour. You expanded your horizons. You moved your body. Life is good. Both of them are in the same bed today. That's kind of funny to me. All right, so stress number you took in the beginning. What was it? Come back to it. What is it now? The yoga makes you feel really, really good, doesn't it? And it's so great to hear all your stories about the successes of how your knees feel better, how your shoulders feel better, how you can now get a necklace on, how you can now do the shades in your living room. All these things. You can tie your shoes. You can do your own pedicure. All these good things because you are moving, and it helps your head so much. Come back tomorrow. Tell your friends about us. Tomorrow's practice will be different. Every practice is different, I promise. So as you go on with your day, keep this good feeling inside. Do your homework with the navel to your spine. And remember all these things and focus on these things. The fruit of the Spirit. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye. Hello, baby girl. Hey, Bonnie. Good girl. You want to go